You know, after 68 years of life, there still remains a lot of questions that need answering. And Alex mentioned to me a short while ago that he's still waiting for an answer. Now, I've been making one of these videos every year that I have a birthday, and I realized that when I turned 62, I did a video about the color of an apple. And Alex said to me, he said, I'm still waiting. What's in the core? What is the seed? And now going back and reviewing that video, I had promised that I would come up with an answer. And after 7 years, I think I'm gonna try to bring an answer to Alex. And you don't see the white until you put some effort into it. So if you live on the surface, you'll only see the color of the skin. It's not until you dig deep that you find the real essence of the fruit. And if you go deeper still, what's this? Seeds at the core. And why is the seed buried in the core of the apple? Well, give me another year and I might have a reason for you. Now, the video that I did when I turned 62 was about an apple. It was about not judging an apple by the color of its skin, but by looking at the inside of an apple, that all apples have a white flesh that forms the major essence of the apple. And then I asked the question, what then is the purpose of the core? What is the seed all about? And that's the question I'm trying to answer in this birthday video, now that I'm turning 69.
But this was a big group, so I think there was 35 in it, and there were quite a few people who were borderline A graders, I would say. That was the murmurs amongst the group. It was fast. I think the average, someone told me, was about 41 kilometres an hour. I wouldn't know because my computer did its thing. But it was much more jostly, I would say. It's the most people I've ever raced with in a B race. And there was a little bit more fighting for position, I would say. Some tightening up. It just was consistently fast the whole way. Maybe that's why I didn't do that and then have to come back to a pretty fast pace. 68, I think he's the guy who cranks up the handstand reverse. Every lap just cranks it. He's got like a really solid system going on, and it seems to work for him. And it feels a bit safer. It's getting cozy here. We're pushing pretty hard here. I would say this is up at 500 watts at times, I think. And then, yeah, I've been watching number 42 because he's fast. I've chased him before, and I'm not sure he's going to get away, because if he does, he'll do big things. I think he's been an A grader before. He's just got a good style, so 68's pretty too, so.
Now, what I'm slowly realizing is that the design of a life is much like the apple. You design the skin, which is the exterior, that's what you show other people. you'll see that I've got a personal routine, and anyone can design a personal routine to suit whatever purpose they want that routine to serve. But design can only go so far, because like the apple, eventually the skin will dissolve, the flesh will rot, and all you're left with is the core, is the seed. And it's the seed that you can't actually design. You're never going to know what's going to pop out of the seed. And sometimes, you would hope very often, that seed will actually germinate something. And when that seed pops out and eventually it starts to grow, I call this the creation. Now, the creation is helped along by the design, but the design can have very little impact on the actual creation. You never know what's going to grow out of that seed. And the thing about creation is that it doesn't matter about the design, it doesn't matter about the framework that you put into place. All these things actually create a scaffold just simply for you to be able to create something out of your life. So you can design all you like, you can plan all you like, but what will happen at the end of the day may bear no resemblance to what you've put together. So why do you bother? Why do you go about trying to design a life? Well, I think the design part is quite important because it allows the creation to begin. And the design allows you to actually do the creative part. It's like the apple allows the seed to germinate and create the next iteration of the apple. So I don't know if I fully answered your question there, Alex, but I think the design is the apple. But really, it's the seed that is the most important part, because it keeps making something out of virtually nothing. Now, that's the art of creation. And this is the reason why I created another birthday video. One, to try to answer another birthday question, and two, to wish that all of you out there who want to design the best life that you can will know that what's actually behind the design is the most important part.